long-ish Raid Shadow Legends video with Ron, dagnabbit. And yes, that is the longest name in Raid Shadow Legends video history. But that's okay. Today, we're going to talk about my main account's weird clan boss team, as you can see up there. We have Marichka for her speed aura of 24%. We got Duchess for the reduction of damage plus the block debuffs. We've got Razelvarg for extra speed, extra accuracy. We've got Iron Brago for the smacks and the defense, the increased defense. And then we've got Ninja for damage. Razelvarg's also damage. Iron Brago also damage. And then with Marichka bringing in that extra ally attack every single time she attacks, you get some extra damage there as well. I know this is a weird team. I know I'm supposed to be using Marichka and Duchess in the live arena with the stone skin and the business, and I don't have a good enough stone skin, so that's not happening. And also, this just works. I am going to try out some different comps and try to do some stuff where I can use Duchess and Marichka in some other content at some point for sure, and just try this stuff out. But this gets me very close to my 1 key, I believe. We did just add in a Brimstone, one star awakening for our Razelvarg, and then with Duchess we have a 3-star awakening for increase aura, basically. So I'll go through the builds later. For now, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Oh, and I do want to mention, once I think this is the truth, but it'll also be an experiment in 6 months to a year when I get it done. Once I get my Great Hall to 10, this will definitely be a 1 key, in my opinion. But we'll find out, because that's the fun part about doing these experiments. It's literally going to find out if exactly I'm going to keep the same gear and then find out if that gets us to the 1 key when we get to 10 on every single part. So here we go. I started off a little bit different, and I'll show you why, and then we'll put some goofy music on there and make it happen. So this is how I like to do it. I start off with just this. Bam. Get a little ally attack. Then we do the speed increase. Let's make sure that's the one. Yep. Bam. And the accuracy increase. Now, I do this, and I'll show you why in a second. Then we do the increased defense. Boom. And then we do this. Bam, bam. And then, ooh, see, we got to block damage every single time those things come out. Then we do a cleanse, which gives us a speed boost. Then we put strengthen on. Then we do leech. Then we do this, and then we go auto. I like Marichka doing the extra speed boost, so I make sure she does that. So now let's just see what happens. Bye! have it. Let's shrink me down a little bit so you can see everybody's business. Let's talk about it. We got Razelvarg coming in at 15.9 million damage. We got Ninja coming in at 21.59. We got Duchess at 4.18. Iron Brago at 7.9, and obviously Marichka just 3.28. But she had 4 million heals. And then, you know, this is all from Leech, most likely, although Duchess bringing people back to life. And by the way, this is part of the reason I did that. As you could see, a couple of times Duchess had to bring back Razelvarg. Marichka went down and then brought back all 3 people. And then at one point went down and brought back all 4 people. And then everybody went again. So at 50.03 million, it's not bad. Definitely, obviously, it's a 2 key. And I do believe if I do a little bit of work on that and then also get to level 10 on all of my Great Hall, then I might be close to the 72. I could be wrong, and we'll find out. One of the things I kind of want to try out is something crazy, like get Razelvarg to like 300 speed just from the very beginning and see what happens after that with the 24% for Marichka and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things I want to try because I just think Razelvarg is super fun. So let's get into the builds real quick just so you can take a look at them. I know, lifesteal. Not lifesteal, I'm sorry. Life. But basically, I got 60% defense here. And then this has got another 22% defense, another 18 plus 7, 25% of health with some speed. Also, this one has 22 speed on there. It's just one of those things that, like, I can't find anything that works better that and gets me the same amount of speed. Then we got 2 speed artifacts here, just with an 8 speed there and a 11 plus 3 speed there. But we got more defense, 29% hit points, extra hit point there. And then we've got the Defiant, the minus 15% damage taken. Plus the extra 10% defense, with defense, hit points, and more hit points, and then defense. So defense, and so much defense, as you can see. Total stats. Let's look at it. 5,867 defense, 5097 attack, 242 speed. Crit rate doesn't matter. Crit damage, whatever, all that stuff, because it's Duchess and you just want her to keep living. I might at some point try to put more hit points on here, but as you could see, she survived all through 50. Of course, if I get her up to 100,000 instead of 68,000, maybe we start lasting beyond the 50, which would be pretty cool. I mean, more than 51 or 52, which is what we did. Razelvarg, we got a mishmash because it was the best mishmash I could get and get the stats I wanted. So we got crit damage, gloves with a crit rate percentage, speed, and some accuracy. We got 2 perception pieces with speed, 17 plus 4, crit rate, defense, crit damage, attack. I almost tried to do speed, but like I couldn't get the crit rate and the attack and then also get speed. But the added defense I thought would be helpful. And then we got speed here. At some point, I will try to do a better speed boot, but this one gave me attack percentage and crit rate, hit points, and accuracy, which I have not glyphed. Just realized that will have to get fixed. And then, of course, we've got hit points, crit damage, hit points. So, total stats, 50,000, 3,000 attack, 9 defense, 245 speed, crit rate 100, 251 crit damage, decent amount of accuracy, 169, but that's the beautiful thing about Razelvarg, bringing that increased accuracy. That 169 works perfect to land pretty much everything. And then we've got Marichka. Marichka's also built in lots of speed gear, all speed gear, with hit points. This one at some point I'll fix and get a better version of, but I just haven't gotten a better version of the speed, and I wanted all of this speed on here. So, but defense percentage here with a little attack and some more speed and speed and speed and speed. Total stuff, 66,000. 3,000 defense. That's the one big thing we wanted. 268 speed. And the rest doesn't really matter. Accuracy is whatever. This build could probably be a little tougher, but eventually I'm going to be doing that. Then we've got Iron Brago. Where are you, buddy? Iron Brago. All in perception gear, just because it seemed to have worked the best, to be honest. If I can pull off getting enough stats from it, but this got my crit rate and it got me speed. Also needs to be glyphed. Get it together, Swallow. Speed, crit rate percentage. Annoying that there's attack percentage on there, but what are you going to do? Got a defense percentage there. Defense percentage, crit rate, speed, crit damage with crit rate, with speed. This 19 speed plus 9% defense there. Defense on the chest, of course. Speed boots with crit rate, 90%, and some crit damage, and some accuracy. Now, the thing about Brago is Brago does so much. He's a fantastic Clanboss champ and just a fantastic champ in general. This is a provoke, except for that it also does a decrease attack. And that's if he's under an increased defense buff, you don't even need, he just places it. So you just have to have enough accuracy to land it. So that's why I was using him, because then we get a decreased attack plus this increased defense plus a decent smack on this. But the most important thing is right here. Increase the defense of all allies by 10% of this champion's defense. So I probably should try to get his defense higher, but it was pretty decent at 4,250, which then gives everybody 425 more defense on there, putting them in the 4,000 range, which is pretty great. And then we've got Ninja, who is fantastic. I put this because it worked. It's a really good crit damage glove that I have. And then, of course, crit rate, speed, resistance. That happens to be on there, but that's the one that had the crit rate that I could get, so that I could get him up to 100%. Crit rate percentage here, plus accuracy. Crit rate percentage, plus accuracy. Speed 45, attack chest, which I took a chance on because I just thought it might help keep him alive. Plus, it had 20% hit points here. Not keep him alive, might do more damage. And as you noticed, he lasted very long. He actually did longer than Razelvarg. Well, let's take a look. 4,000 attack, 2320 on the defense. Plus, you had that 400, and you're close to 3,000. 181 speed, which is, I think, normal for your damage dealers. You want them to be around that speed so that they stay under as many buffs as possible. And then, of course, 100% crit rate, 216 on the crit damage, which maybe I could get that a little bit higher. Accuracy, 188, which I was allowed to keep a little lower than I would normally do because, again, we got Razelvarg in there. Oh, and I also want to mention something that I don't think I should forget about. Is the increased attack from Duchess. That increased attack and block debuffs and Perfect Veil all do excellent stuff helping my character stay alive. My champs, as many people call them. And I just thought that this was an interesting team because it does a bunch of damage mitigation and a bunch of increase defense, decrease attack. It does all the stuff you want it to do, but also has multiple damage dealers, because Iron Brago is a decent damage dealer on top of that, and Razelvarg can do some damage as well. If I can make him last a little longer, he might actually do more damage in the long run. And then once I get everybody lasting longer, we get this great haul to all 10s. Let's look at that. Right now we're pretty much at all 6s. We got 4,000. We need a lot more to get to the 10s, but we're going to do that. And then that will give us an idea of if we can make it up just from doing arena battles to the 1 key. We'll find out. I'm also going to just do fun comps and try different stuff out with Razelvarg, because it's interesting that he just does stuff with speed and that increased accuracy that helps you be able to do more damage and stuff like that. I might do a bunch of poisoners and extra stuff like that on some different accounts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what I do, do the subscribe thing, push the button, push the like, leave a comment if you want to talk about the build, or if you think it's dumb or ridiculous to use these Duchess and Marichka in the Clanboss. I just thought it was an interesting build and kind of fun. So if you want to check out more stuff that I do, you can check that out in the links. I've got a podcast that's just about nerdy stuff. I do a thing called Reboot It every once in a while, where we reboot movies that no one wants to see rebooted. And that's about it. And thanks for listening to another rated R-ish Raid Shadow Legends video with Ron Dagnabbit. Bye.